Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Answers by Divine. This is going to be for those of you dealing with Scorpios. So let's see how is the energy like coming from this Scorpio, and generally you dealing with this Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, this is for you. One last shuffle for people dealing with Scorpio. What is the energy like coming from a Scorpio? Sorry. We'll do clarifiers for all of the cards over here. The bigger this deck now is for clarifying. We'll pull a clarifier for all the cards here on the table. What does it mean for this Scorpios to have these cards here? And what does it mean for every one of the viewers who's dealing with a Scorpio? What does it mean for all these cards here to be dealing with a Scorpio? Okay, so for those of you who are dealing with the Scorpio, what I'm seeing over here, we have, I'm seeing someone here moving on with their life. Moving off or moving on with their life. We have the 8 of Cups here and the Fool. 8 of Cups is about moving forward, moving ahead. Alright, moving forward, moving ahead, number 8 of Cups, followed by the Fool in the upright position. The Fool starts a new beginning, starts a new journey altogether. The reason why, and followed by that, we have the 5 of Wands. That could be due to some differences between the both of you, could be distance, could be the way or how the both of you look at where this is going for the both of you in terms of, I feel like there are many other factors to consider when you're with this Scorpio, or for this Scorpio to be with you. There's a lot of factors to be considering: distance, ethnicity, culture, work, job differences, career differences, all that differences over here. We have a lot of differences over here. 5 of Wands over here, which is typically conflicts. But I see this as more of like a difference. Some of you could be a conflict, and the world here is in reverse. Some of you haven't even had a try. Some of you never even had a try with this Scorpio, or this Scorpio didn't even had a try with you. It's almost like the both of you never started at all. It's almost like the both of you never started at all. I'm sorry, sometimes I just repeat myself again and again, because I feel like those are the important messages to get to you, and I need you to hear them, because sometimes people are telling me you're repeating yourself a lot. I'll try, and I'll try to not repeat myself. And then the next card here, which is the 2 of Swords here, which is the cutting down on communication, cutting down or cutting out of communication, cutting out communication. The bottom of the deck here, all right, we'll do this later. Let's do the clarifiers. Again, we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. 2 of Swords clarifying, 8 of Cups moving on. 2 of Swords is in reverse. It seems like someone here in the past wasn't able, someone here, either you or them, they are unable to cut out, even though they have seemingly moved on. Some of you, your partner, this Scorpio partner, might have moved on, but honestly, they have not cut out totally or fully the connection. Maybe the both of you are still friends on social media. The both of you can still see one another. In terms of in terms of that kind of connection, I don't see there's a total cut out. Even though you or them or both of you might not be together anymore, have seemingly on the surface looking like the both of you have moved on, but actually not so. The both of you still have one another on each of your contact lists on any social media or just any other media of contacts like WhatsApp, Viber, whatsoever. We have the Fool here starting anew. We have the Fool here starting anew, and the Empress here is in reverse. Why do we have that? Well, some of them, how I would look at this pair, this clarifier, together with this card is that some of you or some of them, Scorpios, moved on out of they moved on not on their own will. It's like they had no choice but to move on. This is the Empress in reverse. When the Empress shows up, she wants to build a family. She wants to build a family. But this Fool had to start anew, had to start afresh, on her own, on his own. His or her, doesn't matter. It's not on their own will. They have no choice. But things are as it is. We can't be together. We can't be together. The only thing we can do is just move on. We try our best to move on from one another over here. Both of you are trying. Whoever who's dealing with a Scorpio over here, both of you have to force yourself to try to move on from one another. By us saying that, with the earlier spread and this spread over here, what are we saying over here? We're saying that there was a very difficult situation where the both of you wanted to be together, could actually come together as a pair, but there might be someone, maybe someone in between, maybe someone came into the picture that pulls the both of you apart, that cuts or separated the both of you apart. This is not your choice. This is not their choice. Either one of you or just the both of you, could be the both of you. This is not your choice, their choice, all of you both choices to be separated apart. But you have no choice. You have no choice. The Fool have no choice to start anew. The Fool have no choice. Given the Empress is in reverse, otherwise, the both of you could have been the Emperor or the Empress. This looks more like for the female. You could be the female, or if the Scorpio here is a female, the female here, whoever is the female over here, left with no choice. They had no choice. I'm sorry, I'm just repeating again because this is what I'm feeling so strongly. Let's move on from here. The next card of the differences is clarified by the Queen of Wands over here. I feel like there is a third party situation. There was a third party situation. The Queen of Wands is in reverse. Can you even imagine, you know, I know this is going to be long-winded, it's not necessary, but I want to put you in the perspective, into perspective and the situation. Just imagine, you know, like some of the films, alright, just any film. We imagine there is a queen, but when a queen lost her throne, almost not like a king lost his throne or the emperor lost his throne, but the queen can also lose her position, her throne. But who does the queen lost it to? The queen lost it to mistresses. Is that right? So there must be, I feel like there is a third party over here because the Queen of Wands is in reverse. How can a queen be in reverse? Unless she didn't want it. But I don't know of any queen who cheats. I do not know of any queen who cheats. The queen lost her throne because she might have lost it to someone else. So there is the Queen of Wands over here and the Empress over here. Both comes in equally strong. One is the queen, one is the queen, and the other one is the Empress. Is there any differences to these two? No. So the both of you, there must be two women here who came in as important to the male, who were on par. It's like no one is better than the other. You're not, if you're the female, you're not better than the mistresses, or the mistress is not any better than you. The both of you were on par. I mean, apply accordingly. It could be to the male as well. I mean, if there's a lover, if there's another lover, the both male lover, I mean the both male, if you're a female having, I mean, cheating, and you know what I'm saying, I don't want to go into details, let's cut it short. But any one of you who's having third party over here, with the actual person and the third party over here, the both of them seem to be as good, and it makes it so hard. It tears you apart to have to make a choice in the past over here. We have the World here in reverse, for clarified by the Queen of Coins. Someone over here wants to offer, despite the third party, the three-party relationship. Despite the three-party relationship, someone here insisted on offering. So what I'm seeing over here, someone decided to cut themselves, to remove themselves off the equation, and the other person decided to move ahead, decided to progress with your guy, your woman, whoever, right? Your guy or your woman. If you're a male, that will be your woman. If you're a female, then the other person here decided to progress with your guy. If you are the one who removed yourself from the equation, you removed yourself, and then the person saw this as an opportunity to come in to seize the opportunity. The last spread over here, we have the Two of Swords, clarified by the Ace of Swords. Cutting out something that was not said. Two of Swords is cutting out communication, cutting out a person. Just block off, you just block and block, you just deleted contact and everything. But you know what? This person, whoever that you're dealing with, could be you dealing with that person has a lot to say, or that person having a lot to say to you, but there was some blockage in terms of communication. I said in your love reading, Scorpios, I said in your mid-month love reading, you look so unavailable. You look so unavailable. Could be you, the Scorpios, or the person dealing with Scorpio over here. One of you make yourself look unavailable. Energies can be interchangeable, remember. The next card here, we have the Seven of Swords. As we are speaking over here, as the time and the day that I'm recording this, which is, what's the date today? It is 20th of March. For some of you, you would have already been ahead of time on the 21st of March. As we are speaking today, the person who removed themselves from the equation has finally, ultimately moved on. Maybe totally deleted all the contacts, shut down your social media, or just temporarily deactivating your account whatsoever, or just avoid your timestamp, just not show your timestamp or whatsoever. Anything is possible over here. But I'm saying the person who removed themselves from the equation right from the beginning of this separation has moved on. Has moved on. Let's keep it at that. And the next bottom of the deck, we have the Temperance here. I'm telling you, the person who was on the losing streak over here, whom I think is the person who removed themselves from this equation of the three-party situation. This person now, universe is fair. The universe is fair. God is fair. Heaven is fair. They're gonna get good things coming their way. They're gonna get good things coming your way. Either for those of you, it could be for those of you watching, no sign specific. It could be for those of you watching right from the beginning. If you removed yourself from this equation because it's too complicated and you decided not to deal with this and let them have their own good time over there, whoever this third party is, you know what? God is fair. We have the Temperance. You know why I say that? Because I want you to see there's a rainbow here. The rainbow is here. It looks so beautiful. Do you see? Now I'm seeing the ring over here. There's this ring. Some of you could have met someone who's finally true and genuine, or at least you're going to enjoy a good time in a proper relationship. What it meant to be in a proper relationship. What it meant when we say stability, genuine, sincerity. there are a lot of roles over here. I hope you're able to differentiate the roles and who I'm talking about. There's one person who removed themselves from this equation, and then there's a third party over here, and then there's the center person. The center person might not be a Scorpio. It could be you or whoever who had a third party situation, who had a third party here. Okay, but whichever the case, I'm telling you, the one who's on the losing streak right from the beginning is getting all the good things happening to them right now. All right, and they're able to move on. They're able to move on. Okay. Seven of Swords is in reverse. Yeah, they're true to themselves at this point in time. You could be them. They are true to themselves. They have done the right things, and they deserve to move on. They deserve to move on. They're no longer secretive. They no longer need to hide behind the scene, right? Okay, let's keep it here and digest it. I hope you guys enjoyed the messages. Till then, I will see you in many more to come. Take care. God bless. Bye.